lesson, we're going to look at how to factor a trinomial when the a value is equal to 1. And this is some of the most basic factoring that we're going to look at. First of all, let's just refresh our memory. We'll stop and set up your notebook. Write down your essential question. Explain how to factor a trinomial when a is equal to 1. So the first thing we need to do is let's refresh our memory on what standard form of a quadratic is. Remember, that's f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Remember, a, b, and c are real numbers. Okay, that's important. A lot of us are trying to write x or with our numbers when we're identifying a, b, and c, and we don't want to do that. So the first steps we want to think about is we want to make sure that our trinomial is in standard form. We're going to use an x to help us kind of organize our thoughts. A lot of you are going to find you may not need the x, but I'm going to teach you how to do it this way to help you think of your factors. We're going to write our factors in our x, and then we're going to write the factors of our trinomial. To check our solution, we can multiply our factors back together using FOIL or the box method. Okay, so let's talk about how we set up this x thing that I'm talking about. When you set up the x to help you think, on the top, we're going to put a times the c value. And in the bottom of our x, we're going to put our b value. The numbers that go on the side, number 1, they have to be factors of a times c, and they have to add up to the b value. Okay, so this is really important. We're going to be thinking of numbers that are factors of the top that add up to the bottom. So let's look at the first example. I've got x squared plus 11x plus 28. So let's just go ahead for the fun of it. Let's identify our a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 11, c is 28. Okay. So I told you in the top of my x, I'm going to put the a times c value. So 1 times 28 would be 28. In the bottom, we're going to put our b value, which is 11. So I have to think of factors of 28 that add up to 11. And I hope that that's really easy for you to think of. If it's not, though, you can start listing the factors. For example, we have 1 and 28. We have 2 and 14. So far, none of those add up to 11. 3 doesn't go into 28. 4 does. 4 and 7. Oh, look, 4 plus 7 is 11. Okay, so those would be the numbers I would put on the side. So then my factors of my trinomial are going to be simply x plus 4 and x plus 7. And those are my factors. In the past, we've started with the factors and we've multiplied them together to get the product. We could check this. If I FOILed that or boxed that and multiplied it together, we would see that it does equal x squared plus 11x plus 28. Okay, the next one. I have positive 30 on top. A is 1. B is negative 17. C is 30. Okay. On the bottom would be my b value, so negative 17. It's a little bit trickier when we have a negative value. I hope that you're thinking of the numbers 15 and 2, but positive 15 and positive 2 doesn't add up to 17. But if I make them both negative, not only does it add up to negative 17, but when I multiply it together, I still get a positive 30. And so my factors of this trinomial are simply x minus 15 and x minus 2. Okay, look at the next one. My a value is still 1. My c value is negative 10. So A times C is negative 10. My B value is 6. What factors of 10 are going to add up to 6? Is there anything else that would work? There's not. So in this case, when there are no factors that would work, when something can't be broken apart anymore, we would call this prime. Now don't give up fast and assume that it's automatically prime. List all your factors out, make sure you haven't missed anything, and then you can say it's prime. Okay, one last one together. A times C would be 12. The B value is 8. So factors of 12 that add up to 8 would be 6 and 2. It doesn't matter which side you write the 6 on and which side you write the 2 on. It doesn't matter on any of these like that as long as you have the 2 factors. And so x plus 6 and x plus 2 would be my factors. Okay? There's 2 last problems that I'd like you to try on your own, and then we will discuss tomorrow in